In this episode, you're going to learn how accurate heart rate data prevents overtraining, why effort and recovery are equally important, how to mix heart rate, effort, and pace wisely. Yes. It is a fine line. Why pace is crucial for racing and intervals, and a bunch more. Let's go. Which one would you rather?
I'm glad you asked.
My default is to go to heart rate with the caveat that you need accurate heart rate and consistent heart rate. Now, not everybody's zones are going to be the same. And if you're relying on wrist-based, then forget about it. You might as well be guessing. You are better off going by effort at that point. But getting good heart rate kind of ensures that, like most amateur runners, you're not doing too much too soon. Most amateurs have a tendency to overdo it and go way harder more frequently than they should be and not getting enough recovery between their sessions. Make sure you're keeping it easy so it is sustainable and repeatable so you can go out the next day. Because I don't care how fast you are. If you can't keep coming back to do it, then you're never going to progress in your training. What do you got for us, Darren?
All right, so yes, I'm breaking my rules and you're supposed to just take a side on this, but I can't. It's too situational and it's too gray area. So I'll touch on effort, I'll touch on heart rate, and I'll touch on pace, not in that order. And then the last fourth one is kind of a bonus little secret one. All right, so I'm gonna mix in effort and heart rate and time all together, and I'll give you the frame on it. So I use effort, heart rate, time for most of my runs, and easy runs and even steady runs is where I like to kind of mold those three little metrics together. The third one is pace, and I usually have pace for, obviously racing is where I want pace, but I'll get to this bonus one in a second, which I've used now for racing. But pace is usually around racing, and definitely intervals. So if I'm doing intervals, whether they're short intervals, 30 second on, 30 second off, 400 meter intervals, which is actually time-based and distance-based because I'm on a track. But then there'll also be my favorite sessions, which are VO2 max sessions. They're second favorite to the 400s. And that's obviously time-based. So, and pace-based, because I want to hit a certain pace. I want to make sure my pace is here on the time. And then the third one is power. And obviously need a power meter. Power is really useful for me as of late, and I am absolutely loving it because it is confirming my subjective effort and going objectively, this is the wattage that you're putting out. So example, I know that was a lot of words, but if I feel like I'm doing an 8 out of 10 and I need to be doing 300 watts, I feel like I'm running an 8 out of 10 on a flat, up a hill, down a hill. I look on my watch and it says 320 watts. I'm going too fast. I need to back that down. While it's only 20 watts, which is barely even 10%, that 10% will come back and bite me 10, 20 minutes into a race, depending on how long the race is. If it's a 5K, that will definitely bite me. Longer the distance, the more it will bite me later on. So I really know that I need to use kind of a swath, and it's the tool for the right job. And then I can't just go, oh, it's just only one thing. So situational, I use one thing. And, you know, if I zoom out, I use all three things. Back to it.
If you want to learn more about this topic, we went into further detail. You should go and check that out right here.